Welcome back, guys. So, Kiara, okay, Ghadari, Ryan, Yusuf Sahrawi, so there are 13 participants so far. Who's waiting? Okay. Let's start at once. In the first session, guys, we talked about pronouns and the cases of pronouns. We said that pronouns have 3 cases like nouns exactly, and they take different forms: nominative or subject, objective, and possessive. We talked in the first session, we talked about the nominative case. We said it comes when the pronoun is the subject or predicate nominative, or something is which is called predicate absolute. Like, she having finished her session, the students left quietly, if you remember. The objective case, when the pronoun is the object, and you know we have 2 types of objects here, the most famous ones: the object of a preposition, or the object, the normal object. Sometimes it's direct object, sometimes it's indirect object, and so on. Let's see. So objective pronouns are used for any kind of object in a sentence, as well as for subjects of infinitives. Let's see. Use the objective case for the object of any verb or verbal or preposition, as well as for the object or subject of an infinitive. Let's see. The chart below illustrates the uses of objective pronouns. We have about 7, as you can see. As a direct object, the ending of the novel greatly surprised me. Here, the pronoun me is the object pronoun of the pronoun I. It's an object here, direct object. It followed the verb surprise. Indirect object, reading the tiny print gave her. You know, after such verbs like gave, the pronoun is, or the word that follows verbs like give is the indirect object. Okay, a headache. Object of participle. Here we have a present participle. The problems bothering him. Bothering him. Okay, object of gerund, solving them. Solving them. Object of infinitive, Graham wanted to show us. Wanted to show is the infinitive. To show whom? To show us. Okay. Object of preposition. Object of preposition. The mail carrier, the postman, said that the package was for her after a preposition. For me, for her, for you, and so on. Subject of infinitive. Let's see. Carol wants Harry and me to help organize the author's study group. Carol wants Harry and me to help. Here it's the subject of this infinitive, and can you imagine it? We use the object pronoun as the subject of the infinitive. Objective pronouns in compounds. As with the nominative case, most usage problems in the objective case occur with pronouns in compounds. To check your usage, mentally remove the other part of the compound, as we did with the nominative one. Al is short for Albert, as you know. Al sent Carol and me tickets to the dramatic reading. The Al sent me. Remove mentally, remove the first object or the other part of the compound object. Al sent me tickets to the dramatic reading. So we can say Al sent I. It must be objective. The hero rescued Bill and her. The hero rescued her. Remove the other part of the compound object, okay? And so on. So the hero rescued her in the second act. You should take special care to use the objective case after the preposition between. Between. Let's see the example. The intermission snacks will be split between you and I. Between is a preposition, but it's wrong to say between you and I. It should be between you and me. Between you and me. Between me and her, and so on. Objective pronouns with appositives. When a pronoun used as an object or as the subject of an infinitive has an appositive, make sure you use the objective case. The professor encouraged us budding playwrights. The professor encouraged us. Who are us budding playwrights? Beginner playwrights. Yeah. Okay. The professor gave us. Who are us? Students. The professor gave us some scenes to write. Our classmates asked us. Who are us? Stragglers. Who are stragglers? If we are walking in the road and some people struggle, they are late. They are walking slowly. Okay. So we have a verb. After the verb, we need the object of the verb. Object pronoun. Exercise 5, identifying pronouns in the objective case. Choose the pronoun in the objective case to complete each sentence. Then write the use of the pronoun. Your turn, guys, quickly. We need the objective case. Yassine, go ahead.
My father took me.
Yes, my father took me a piece of cake. Thank you. Number 2. Okay, Yasmin. Yasmin wants me to admit her. Sorry. Who else, guys? Put your hands up and answer, please. It's grade 1 exercise. Bughdadi.
Us.
Us, available to us. We have a preposition. 2. Thank you, Bughdadi. Number 3, guys. 3. 3. Yusuf Sahrawi, can you do 3? Yusuf? Yahya? Yahya, can you do 3? Guys, you waste our time. Guys, please follow up and be with us all the time. This is Yahya, right? Them. Okay. Number 4. Who can do number 4? Abdurrahman Bughdadi again. Okay, Abdurrahman, go ahead.
Number 4, sir.
Yes, number 4.
You.
We need an object. Thank you. Number 5. Number 5. Another person, please. Yasmin Said, can you do it? Number 5. The Library of Congress will allow. Yasmin, are you there? Looks like she's not there. Type. Jana Walid.
Us.
Us. Allow us. Ryan, number 6.
Them.
Them. Thank you. Okay, that's enough for this exercise. Let's move to the next point. Exercise 6. Using pronouns in the objective case. Write an objective pronoun that will complete each sentence. We'll do numbers 1 and 2 only, and then move to the next point. Who can do number 1? Use or write an objective pronoun that will complete each sentence. Our cousins were coming, so we decided to assemble a family photo album for. Yes, I have to. Guys, Okay, Kiara?
For you.
For you? Read it again. Our cousins, Kiara, were coming. So we decided to assemble a family photo album for
For us.
or Ryan?
Them.
For them is better. We can say for us if we mean our cousins and we. Okay, number 2, between my sister and okay, Jana, go ahead. Between my sister and, we came up with some great photo choices.
Me.
And me. We don't say and I. Remember, between is a preposition. Between you and me. We choose an object or objective pronoun. Thank you. Let's move on to the next point. Errors to avoid with possessive pronouns. Although errors are less common with the possessive case than with the 2 other cases, mistakes are sometimes made with pronouns or when pronouns are used before gerunds. Let's see the examples. His objecting to the research caused an uproar, some problems. Okay, I respect your maintaining an optimistic outlook. Ted resents my using his writing desk. Another error to avoid is using an apostrophe with possessive pronouns. You know, when we say this book is hers or this book is ours, some people by mistake add an apostrophe. And this is wrong, as you know. In addition, do not confuse a possessive pronoun with a contraction. Most of the people confuse it's and its. It's, which is it is or it has, with its, which is the possessive pronoun here. The vivid print had retained or kept its clarity. Its here doesn't need an apostrophe. If you're confused, make it 2 words. It is, and see if it makes sense. So it needs an apostrophe. If it doesn't, so it's without an apostrophe. Here, the vivid print had retained. It is clarity. It doesn't make sense. So we don't need the apostrophe here. But here, if we say it is wise to proofread your report, yes, it makes sense. So I need an apostrophe. Okay, guys. Let's move on to the next exercise. Exercise 7. Choose the correct word in each set of parentheses. An event that happened 500 years ago has been discussed ever since. It's the origin of printing as we know it today. Kiara, can you do number 1? Is it it's without an apostrophe or it's with the apostrophe?
With apostrophe.
With apostrophe, good, because it should be it is the origin of printing as we know it today. Thank you, Kiara. Number 2, its or its inventor is thought to have been Johann Gutenberg. Johann, because this is a German name, the J is in German, as you know. Johann Gutenberg. So number 2, Ali, is Ali there? Ali Gizi? Can you do it, Ali? Number 2?
Yes, yes.
Number 2 here. It's or its, with apostrophe or without?
It's without apostrophe.
Perfect. Yes, its inventor, thank you, Ali. Its inventor is thought to have been Johann Gutenberg, the inventor of the printing machine. Number 3, he's or he responsible for the art of printing with movable type. Number 3, however, who's ready to answer? Okay, Jana, Walid, go ahead.
He is.
He is, good. He is responsible for the art of printing with movable type, of course. The work was done much more slowly than it's done today. Ryan, can you do 4? Ryan, are you there? Okay. Yusuf Awad, can you hear me? Yusuf Hawad?
Yes.
Yeah, do number 4.
First one.
The first one. It is done. It's done. It's done today. Thank you. Ink was rolled over the raised surfaces of handset letters within a frame and pressed against a sheet of paper. Number 5, Yahya Awad. Us or our learning about Gutenberg has led me to explore further the history. Our. Thank you, Yusuf. Thank you, Yahya. But our learning, we need a possessive pronoun here. Okay. Here in the section review, this is the end of section 21.1. We have some exercises. I'll assign exercise 8 as homework. On a separate sheet of paper, write the personal pronouns you find in each sentence. Identify the case of each personal pronoun. That's a piece of cake, guys. But exercise 8, 8 is homework. Write the personal pronoun and its case. Nominative, objective, or possessive. Exercise 9. Choose the pronoun in the nominative case to complete each sentence. Then identify the use of the pronoun. I think this is easy. So exercise 8 is enough. Sorry, exercise 8. I lost the page. Yes, exercise 8 is enough here. Here, this page. Do it as homework and send it to me via messenger, please, on a separate sheet of paper by or over the weekend. Right. Let's move on to part 2, special problems with pronouns. Special problems with pronouns. The incorrect form of a pronoun. Guys, these are the points which usually come in the ACT exam, like it's and its. It's usually in the exam in reading, as you know, in writing, sorry. Or in ACT, what they call the English test. You know, in ACT, we have the English test and the reading test. In SAT, we have the writing and the reading. So it's and its with apostrophe or without apostrophe usually comes in the ACT exams, in the English exam, or in the SAT in the writing exam. The incorrect form of a pronoun may sometimes sound correct. For example, would it be correct to say, Darlene is more qualified than me? We say it this way in spoken English. Though the sentence may sound correct to you, it is incorrect. Grammatically, it is incorrect. Because an objective pronoun has been used when a nominative pronoun is needed. We need a nominative pronoun, a subject, not me. I need I. This section discusses the proper uses of who and whom, and the use of pronouns in clauses where some of the words are omitted but understood. Let's see. Using who and whom correctly. Deciding which form of who and whom to use is often a problem. In order to use the correct form, you must understand how the pronoun is used and what case is appropriate. Let's see. Learn to organize or recognize the cases of who and whom and to use them correctly in sentences. The following chart shows the forms of these pronouns and their uses in sentences. Nominative, we use who and whoever. Use in sentence, subject of a verb or predicate nominative. When we need a subject of a verb or predicate nominative, we use who or whoever. Objective, whom, whomever, as direct object or object of a preposition. Possessive, we use whose or whosever to show ownership. I think you all know this and nothing difficult about this. Note about whose. The possessive case rarely causes problems. Yes. But you should be careful not to confuse the contraction whose, meaning who is, with the pronoun whose. A possessive pronoun, whose car will be or will take to the job interview. Whose car will we take to the job interview? Contraction, who's going to drive? Who is? This can be who is. Can we say who is car? So make it who is and see if you are confused. If it makes sense, so it's whose with apostrophe. If it doesn't make sense, so it's whose without apostrophe. Same stuff with its and its. Sorry. The nominative pronoun who and whoever often serve as the subject in questions, like who wrote the career guide. Whoever undertakes such a challenging job will work hard. So in both positions, they are the subject. Predicate nominative. The news commentator was who? So we use who and whoever in questions as subjects and as predicate nominative. Okay. The main usage problem with who and whoever occur when they are used in complex sentences to begin a subordinate clause. It's important to remember that the pronouns role within the subordinate clause determine the proper case. Let's see with the example here. Assign this task to whoever will accept it. In this example, the pronoun seems to be the object of the preposition to, but whoever is the subject of the clause. We separate this part here. Whoever will accept it. So whoever is the subject of this verb will accept. Okay. But whoever is the subject of the clause, as we said. The entire subordinate clause acts as the object of the preposition. So where is the object of this preposition? Because some people will say whomever, not whoever, whomever. No, the object of this preposition is this entire clause, all the clause. Okay. The objective pronouns whom and whomever are also used in questions as either direct objects or objects of preposition. If you are in doubt, if you are confused about the use of the pronoun, reword the question as a statement. Make the question a statement with a pronoun. Use the case of the pronoun as a clue to whether you should use who or whom. Let's see. Whom did you consult? Reword the sentence. Make it a statement, not a question. You did consult her. Her, not she. Of course, here I need an object. Okay, so to whom? It should be whom, right? To whom are you writing? If you are writing to him or to her or to, so I need an object here. But to whom are you writing? I think this is easy and it can't confuse you. It is especially important to examine the pronouns use in a complex sentence. Begin by isolating the subordinate clause. If necessary, reword the clause correctly, beginning with whom or whoever or whomever will always be inverted. Finally, determine the use of the pronoun, like these steps. This waiter is an unpleasant fellow whom I dislike. But I dislike him. That should be whom. Whom I dislike is the subordinate clause. I dislike him, as we said, not he. Use of pronoun, direct object of dislike. But I dislike him should be whom I dislike. Case for direct object, objective. John charmed whomever he spoke with. John charmed whomever he spoke with. Subordinate clause, whomever he spoke with. Reworded clause, he spoke with them. Use of pronoun, object of preposition with case for object of preposition, objective. Okay, sorry, here object of preposition with, here case for object of preposition is objective. Determining case and subordinate clause with parenthetical expressions. Ignore expressions such as they say or I suppose when choosing between who and whom. Again, ignore expressions such as they say or I suppose. Ignore them because they do not affect the rest of the clause. He is the one who, I think, between commas, will get the job. He is the one who. He is the one whom I think the board will hire. But here the board will hire him, so I need whom. And this, he will get the job, but I need who. Okay? Exercise 16. Choose the correct pronoun in each sentence. Use who or whom. And number 1. Who's ready, guys? Yusuf Sahrawi, can you do number 1? Yusuf? Yusuf is never there. Ryan, can you do number 1? Ryan?
Yeah, it's who.
Who would like to learn about career opportunities in the world of business? Thank you. Number 2, Yahya Awad. Yahya Awad, number 2. Raise your voice, please.
Hello. Who?
Who have the skills to apply for this job? Good. Number 3, I'll go to Yusuf Awad. Number 3, Yusuf.
Whom?
Whom, from whom, we have a preposition, so it must be whom. Thank you. Number 4, Mariam al-Naqib. Mariam.
It will be who's the second one.
Who's the second one? Good. The report will be whose responsibility, the responsibility of whom. Thank you. Number 5, let's pick Sahrawi, are you there? Or Osama Darwish, are you there? Osama? Lolwa? Osama and Lolwa are not there. Okay. Yasmin Saeed, are you there? Yasin, can you hear me? Okay, 2 people
I can hear you.
raising their hands. Okay, Kiara, do it.
Who?
Who is most adept at balancing the budget? Thank you. You know, adept means good. Okay, using forms of who correctly in clauses. I want to know who or whom wrote this. I want to know who wrote this. Here, remember, know is a verb. After the verb, we need objective. But here, this is the beginning of a new clause, the subordinate clause. Who is the subject of this verb? So we need who, not whom. Be careful. Okay, where is the object of this verb? It's the whole clause, if you remember. Number 1. You can do number 1. Boghdadi, can you do 1?
Yes, who?
An animator is a person who creates. Good. Number 2. Number 2, who's ready? Guys, be more active. Put your hands up, please. Help me save some time. Can do this in half a minute. Guys, put your hands up. It's a grade 1 exercise. Jana Wali, number 2. Thank you, Jan.
Who?
An animator should be someone who has experience. Yes. Number 3. 3 guys. Ryan.
Who?
Number 3. Animators are graphic artists who use. Thank you. Mariam al-Naqib. Number 4.
Whoever.
Whoever, yes, but we have with, yes. The whole clause is the object of the preposition with, but here, whoever is the subject of the verb commissions. Thank you. Number 5, who's ready for number 5? Number 5, some other faces, please. The same 4 or 5 people who answer all the time. Yusuf Sahrawi, are you there now? Never there, Yusuf. Osama Darwish, are you there now? Top. Ryan, can you do number 5?
Yes. Whoever.
Whoever, thank you. Yes. We still have about 8 minutes before the end of the session. I'll move on to the last point, I think. Pronouns in elliptical clauses. You know, elliptical means when we delete some words. Another problem with pronouns usage or pronoun usage occurs in complex sentences containing an elliptical clause. That is a clause in which some words are understood rather than stated. They are not written, they are deleted. Such clauses generally make a comparison and begin with than or as. Okay, let's see the examples. In elliptical clauses beginning with than or as, use the form of the pronoun that you would use if the clause were fully stated, or the clauses are really, fully stated. The case of the pronoun depends on whether the omitted words belong after or before the pronoun. Let's see. Amanda is as capable as he. Here we have the word is, it's deleted, but it's understood. So Amanda is as capable as he is, because here it's before the verb and the deleted word comes after the pronoun. So the pronoun here is the subject. So I need he. But in spoken English, you find us by mistake, we say Amanda is as capable as him. No, it's as capable as he is. Okay, words left out before pronoun. Betty sent Karen more applicants than she sent me. So before the pronoun, so we need the pronoun in the objective state. When you choose a pronoun for an elliptical clause, mentally complete the clause. If the understood words come after the pronoun, use a nominative pronoun. If the understood words come before the pronoun, use an objective pronoun. In some sentences, the case of the pronoun completely changes the meaning of the sentence. I gave an example for this earlier, if you remember. I liked his career counselor more than he. More than he did. I liked his career counselor more than him. More than I liked him. I think the difference is clear. It depends on what the speaker means. In choosing a pronoun for an elliptical clause, follow the steps outlined below. Number 1, consider the choices of pronouns, nominative or objective. Number 2, mentally complete the elliptical clause. See the deleted parts and complete them. Number 3, base your choice on what you find. Again, if the deleted part comes before the pronoun, so use the objective pronoun. If the deleted part comes after it, use the subject pronoun. Exercise 18, identifying the correct pronoun in elliptical clauses. Rewrite each sentence, choosing the correct pronoun. Look at the example. She has as many years of experience as he or him. As he does. So it should be he, the subject, because the deleted part comes after the pronoun. Who can do number 1? Choose I or me. Number 1. If you're ready, put your hand up, please. So I have 3 participants. Let's see. Number 1, Miss Jana Walid. Okay, go ahead.
Than I do.
More than I, because it should be more than I do. Let's read it quickly. Your guidance counselor can help you learn more about career and music therapy than I. Okay. Thank you. Number 2, I still have Abdurrahman Boghdadi. Can you do number 2?
Yes, Mr. Then
In some ways, music therapists are like doctors and can spend as much time with patients as them. Okay.
them
As they can spend with them. Okay. The challenge of helping others is more difficult for him than. We have Kiara. The challenge of helping others is more difficult for him than. Okay, take your time, no problem. Ryan, can you do it? The challenge of helping others is more difficult for him than. For her, guys. Than for her. Than, because the deleted word here is for. It is more difficult for him than for her. Number 4, music often has a deeper effect on patients than. Again, music often has a deeper effect on patients than. We or us? Okay. Okay, Boghdadi, go ahead.
music often has a deeper effect on patients than us.
Us. يعني than on us. Good. It has a deeper effect on patients than on us. Thank you. Number 5, our therapist can develop John's coordination as well as. Our therapist can develop John's coordination as well as she or her. Who wants to answer? Lolwa?
She.
What is the deleted word?
She can as well. She
Okay,
can.
if you understand this way, it works. She can work. Okay, I'll move on to the next step. We have just a minute before the session. Please, I asked you to do exercise 18, I think. Was it 18, guys? Can you help me? What is the number of the exercise we assigned as homework in the first session? It was 11, I think.
8.
Okay, is it 8? Are you sure, Kiara? Okay, we have less than a minute, so do 20. Also, by 8 and 20, write the answers on a separate sheet of paper and send it to me over the weekend. Thank you very much. The session will end in 30 seconds. See you Sunday, inshallah. Be ready to present your PowerPoint presentation. Okay? Thank you. Goodbye.